All right, guys, in this video, I'm going to use the unit circle to kind of help me tell you what I'm doing. Hopefully you have the unit circle somewhere and you can refer to it. I did it in different colors. As you'll notice, all of my cosines are in blue all the way around. All of my sines are in orange all the way around. The increments of 6, pi over 6, are in green all the way around. And then the increments of pi over 4 are in brown all the way around. So this one gets an increment of pi over 6, 3 pi over 6, but it's also 2 pi over 4. So that's why I did it in brown as a hash mark, and then in green as the actual pi amount reduced. So we are going to reference these as we go because we're going to try to do the tangent graph. So here's the thing about the tangent of theta. So if I have f of theta equals the tangent of theta, tangent of theta is equal to sine over cosine. So when I'm going around these, I'm going to do sine over cosine every single time. So it's going to be, I'm going to be using these numbers. I am going to do the first couple, but then I'm going to kind of assume that you get the point. So sine over cosine right here at 0 pi is going to be 0 over 1, which is 0. So I'm going to put a point right there. When I go to pi over 6, it's going to be 1/2 over the square root of 3 over 2, which is 1/2 times 2 over the square root of 3, which is 1 over the square root of 3, which is not fun to graph. So I don't want to use these in 6. Now if you notice, all of the ones that are in pi over 6s are going to have the square root of 3 in them. So I'm actually going to do these by pi over 4s. So I'm going to make these into pi over 4s instead of pi over 6s. And that's the reason why, is because of how much it sucks. So when I'm at pi over 4, and I will talk about that in class some to help make more sense. Okay, so I'm going to go square root of 2 over 2 over square root of 2 over 2, which is the square root of 2 over 2 times 2 over the square root of 2, which is just 1. So at pi over 4, it's going to be at 1. I don't need to do these in halves, but to keep it consistent with what we've been doing, I'm going to do it in halves. So it's going to be at 1. The next one's going to be here. That's going to be 1 over 0, which is undefined. So I'm going to make a asymptote right here. The next one's going to be square root of 2 over 2 over negative square root of 2 over 2, which is going to be negative 1. The next one's going to be 0 over negative 1, which is just 0. The next one's going to be negative square root of 2 over negative square root of 2 over 2, which is going to be 1. The next one's going to be negative 1 over 0, which is an asymptote. It's not happening. And then we're going to find out that this pattern repeats over and over and over. So when I'm doing my tangent, what I'm going to get is I'm going to get something that looks like this and like this, getting infinitely close to those. The same thing's happening here, and it would happen in the other direction as well. The same thing's going to happen here. And it's just going to continue like this. Now what we would change on here, of course, is we would get stuff where if I add 2, that's moving all of my points up to. If I add a pi over 4, that's moving all of my points to the left of pi over 4, and stuff like that. So that's kind of what we're doing. So very similar to the other ones, only this graph looks a lot different. And that's it.